Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
This hour is sponsored by Better. Better Picks, the daily fantasy sports app where your sports knowledge turns into real cash fast. Download Better or visit better.app now, BETR. Sign up today, get free money and no deposit necessary. Better.app.
7-3 ODU leading South Florida, 11:30 to play in the second quarter. They're at their own 37-yard line and forced to punt here on 4th and 4, and they close as about a 3.5 or a 4-point dog in this game. Oh, boy, great punt coverage there. So South Florida will take over now with a 1st and 10 trailing by 4 points. Both teams, Pauly, looking for their 10th win of the season. In 15 minutes, we'll go over the best and worst ATS teams. Matt Youmans on the program in 30 minutes, some best bets from him. How about some weather this weekend in the National Football League, including the game that we have tomorrow night?
Listen Sunday morning for damn sure. It's going to be a banger. Our weather guy's going to be all over this. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, Bill Dager joins us, senior meteorologist, AccuWeather, every Sunday morning. That's at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Pacific. And we had a lot last week, a lot of cold anyway. A lot more coming up. We do have a game tomorrow night, obviously in Seattle. Boy, they've had so much rain. It's unbelievable. A flip of favorites here at almost every book now. Even FanDuel went to -1.5 on Seattle. When Palm was in studio last hour, the Rams were still at 1.5. Now we're talking about Seattle, the favorites. Total is at 42.5.
Yep.
Rain in the forecast. 60% of showers for the game. Winds at 18 miles an hour. Gusts up to 38 miles an hour. Total open 46.5.
Hello, longest made field goal under. I know Myers has been great, though. He's on an 8-1 overrun, 1.5 made field goals. And agree with the move. Could be nasty, not to mention how the first game played out. Stafford held in check, didn't do much. Now he could be out with Adams as well. And it's again, if I take away JSN, what are you going to do? I put a lot of heat and pressure on Darnold. He melts. And can I trust they get the ball to Shaheed? There's no rushing attack to speak of. Will it be a little Barner? What are they going to do? So it'd be nice that,
Circa now at 2.
Yep. They're 2-42 on the game. Interesting.
The Opta AI stats, vsin.com/NFL props, they're calling for both quarterbacks to go over. That was early in the week. Haven't adjusted yet. And I think Darnold's still a little bit too low at 222.5. I bet him during the break at Circa here at that number.
Well, Stafford's got a howitzer, so he can, throw it through wind and rain, no problem. But
Also,
does Darnold turn it over again and make a mess?
Actually, that's kind of what in betting that. I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope they fall behind and they're going to be forced to throw even more than what they originally would. They can't run the ball. Haven't been able to. Not really a factor. And, the JSN thing's been amazing all year long. But as you said, the targets overall in this team, I like the tight ends quite a bit.
Is this something or nothing? Tomorrow and moving forward. Puka. NFL refs are the worst. They make calls to get on TV. These guys are lawyers. They want to be on TV too. You don't think he's texting his friends in the group chat like, yo, you guys just saw me on Sunday Night Football. That wasn't PI, but I called it. These guys are normal human beings too, bro.
So you want to think that all of a sudden, little offensive pass interference a couple times tomorrow night on Puka Nacua?
Maybe not OPI, but maybe he doesn't get calls his way. Maybe the defensive pass interference doesn't go his way.
Well, I mean, if he's tackled at one point and it's a clear violation of that penalty and there's no flag, then you're going to be like, okay, guys, come on, knock it off.
Wow.
I don't know if that's a great idea to call him out, though. He could actually wait till the end of the season, right?
The refs are
Instead
the
of
worst.
2 days before the biggest game of the year.
No, the refs are the worst.
Well,
they want to be on TV, too. Wow.
He's actually right with that.
Yeah.
They have been forever.
Saturday night's a banger. Bears and Packers, round 2. Fingers crossed for round 3. It's going to feel like 10 degrees. Gusts up to 24 miles an hour. Looks like Watson will play. Pick him.
Pick him at Circa.
Okay.
Still 1.5 out there on Green Bay at other books.
How much does the history factor in here? And LaFleur's 12-1 against them. I hate that they do this, but again, they just played. Second time in 3 weeks now.
I'm absolutely leaning toward Chicago in this game.
Are you? Okay. So really change things if they get this done. It flips it. And Green Bay now, after all the pomp and circumstance, and rightfully so, sitting there as the 7th seed.
That was a terrific game 2 weeks ago.
Yes, it was.
And that was after Chicago fell behind, dug a hole, came right back at him, tied it at 21 apiece, and again had the ball late to either tie the game up. Again, Ben Johnson said he was going to go for 2. But overall, I think they're actually turning into a pretty decent football team. And I know that the numbers point out that they've been lucky, can't continue. But overall, I think it's a little bit more than that. The trenches, they're actually getting better here in recent weeks. And they do have weapons, man. And Roma Dunze, I believe, is going to come back and be okay. I'm saying that on a Wednesday, so with a question mark. But that's also a lot of injuries we're talking about now for Green Bay.
Yep. Bills, Browns. Gusts, 35 miles an hour. It's going to feel like 16 degrees. You must get Judkins a ton of carries here as the Bills can't stop the run. And then maybe Garrett sets the record here. But what do you get out of Sanders? And can they help him out with this bad offensive line and not a lot of playmakers? And Judy can't help him out either.
Well,
also not good. He threw him under the bus after the game.
I actually thought the Browns could maybe score some points against Chicago last week. But to put up 3, and now the defense has been fading big time the last couple of weeks. 31 last week, not pretty. The week before to Tennessee, obviously that was ugly.
Yep. You can be a good coach and have a bad season and phone it in and realize you're getting canned, and that's it. So I think that's why Rizzo and the guys are so frustrated about how bad Stefanski's been this year.
I mean, but to say that he's worse than Kitchens was...
That's what he said. Well, he's okay.
He was... I mean, he was completely lost during these games. And the body language was quite evident during those games, as I can recall.
35-mile-per-hour wins, Giants at home against the Vikings. More good comments from Dart. I'm used to defenders treat me like a running back. Nothing new. I'm going to continue to be aggressive. Minnesota. Oh, wrong game. Yeah, that's the right game. Minnesota up to 3, right? Yep,
yeah, 3.
43.5. Minnesota open 1.5. Again, it's a bad defense, but McCarthy's been good the last couple of weeks. He figures to play well here again as well.
So if that's going to be the case, and the gusts are going to be 38 miles an hour, Vikings defense been playing pretty solid as well. I'm looking right now. I don't see anything posted. My first takeaway is if it's a good enough number, again, you got to bet Dart over rushing yards.
Yep, absolutely. He got it on 1 carry last week. He's going to continue to do it.
Or longest, yeah, you're right.
You can do longest. You can go over yards, whatever you want to do. He's going to take off and run. That's how he plays. That's what got him here. Sunday night, Reichard's got a huge leg. But still, you can't kick in that stadium when it's...
That's true.
When it's with 35-mile-per-hour winds. Sunday night's going to feel like 25 degrees, gusts up to 22 miles an hour. Ravens 3 against the Pats.
So how does this work, you think, with Derrick Henry on the ground against the Patriots' rush defense, although they got killed last week against the Bills?
Well, I don't know, because Monken does a bad job time to time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you shouldn't get away from the run, especially when your quarterback's going through all these injuries and you have silly turnovers and your passing attack's been weak. So I'm coming out, I'm feeding him a heavy dose and make it easy on Lamar, who didn't practice with an illness.
But he hasn't done that the entire year.
Yeah.
Other than like a game or two sprinkled throughout the entire season.
I know, and that's why they're in this mess too.
I think I'm with Sal Pal here. I think the Patriots plus the 3.
Yeah, I think they're going to get ticked off what happened last week blowing that game. You're supposed to lock up the division and focus on the 1 seed. As May said, they quit playing, and they had a bad third quarter. Man, it escalated quickly. 24-7, all of a sudden, bam, you look up. Our buddy Evan, by the way, did buy back a little bit, who bet $1 million on the Patriots. He could have grabbed 9-1 in play on the Bills. But then again, like you said on Monday, it just all of a sudden, we got a game here. What happened?
Well, and then plus, is that going to be your first reaction when you have that much money on a game, up 21-0? You're feeling pretty good at that point.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to hedge right now.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I'm trying to get better at throwing certain games away rather than just like, oh, that's got to be the end of the world for this team. Like last week, the Bengals game against the Ravens, I can't allow myself to overreact because Baltimore shut them out and won 24-0. I can't do it. I mean, I know the Bengals offense, for the most part, even with Flacco going back, they were quite good. And in Burrow's 2 starts since returning, fine. And, to get one back, the market, I think, betting Baltimore last week after Burrow's comments, okay, you got paid off under that scenario. But I can't put much stock in Baltimore winning that game 24-0 and say, hey, because of that, now they have to absolutely go out there and cover the 3 against the Patriots.
Yep. Love their defense, though.
It's getting better.
Man, this has been great, but this is a joke that they're in this situation.
Put it this way. I have...
Damn, I can't imagine a playoffs without Lamar and Mahomes and Burrow here.
I'm still alive in 3 fantasy leagues.
Okay. I
have Lamar Jackson in 2 of them. He's been on my bench the entire time during this ride. I can't even...
Yeah.
I take that back. In my 3rd league that I'm not alive in anymore, I was playing him because it was a 2-quarterback league. That's the only reason why.
I don't think they're winning these next 2 games. I'm not sure it's going to matter week 18 for Pittsburgh. They have to beat New England. They have to go to Lambeau and win.
Yeah, right. I know. And they're what do you say? What's the look ahead? 5, 6?
That's
it was
what
anyway.
It was.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's what it was. They're Green Bay's 3 now.
Okay. Yeah, because of the injuries.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Then the Charger game flipped too. Houston at the Chargers. Yep. I hope it matters week 18. That's your Sunday night flex piece of cake. But I'm not so sure now. And they beat themselves every single week.
What are the other possibilities there to flex into the Sunday night game in week 18? I haven't even looked at the schedule.
Maybe a lot of stuff doesn't matter. They might be you got the doubleheader on Saturday, too, you got to worry about.
Up next, we're going to go over the best and worst ATS teams. Several teams are hitting at 80% or higher on the year. I'll give you the list of those teams coming up on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
By the way, I saw this earlier today on X. You can always give us a shot there, follow, respond to the show. This is from Pool Genius. Teams in their next game after a shutout this year. After a shutout, the next game, 5-0 ATS, 4-1 straight up.
After their shutout?
Yep. Yeah, 2 teams fit that bill this week.
Yeah, good.
Bengals, one of them. Now they're, turning into decent-sized favorites against Miami. And the Raiders plus 14 against Houston.
Well, good luck. Good luck with the second one. Yep.
Ooh, boy.
So it's how things have changed, right? And Ewer's quote gives us the best chance to win, according to McDaniel. And all that money they gave Tua, he won't play again for the Dolphins. Where is he next year? Owed $50 million. And going back in some of these numbers, oh, boy. Yeah, leads the league in interceptions. Every interception's been against zone coverage. They're 0 for their last 16 on 3rd and 10 plus. And he has 20 rushes this year, and only 1 has gone for a first down. Troubling.
How about this? So Tua right now has 15. Geno's got 14.
Yeah.
Both guys, Geno missing now last week. Tua, forget about it. Herbert's, I think, next with 12. This is from Jordan, Mama's Pizza. He has over 16.5 INTs thrown by a quarterback this year.
Oh, man.
Looking at a bad beat right there.
Well, Herbert should get it.
He has to get 5 more.
3 games, 3 games left.
That's not going to happen.
Sure it will. We'll get there.
Again, I'll bet you right now. Even money or bizarre meat. How's that sound?
How about some cannolis?
Okay, if that's what you want to bet, we'll bet like a dozen cannolis.
Get that.
Herbert's not going to throw 17 INTs.
From DeMarcos. Yeah, baby.
All right.
Let's go.
Best NFL teams against the spread. They're both playing tomorrow night. How about that schedule spot? Seattle 10-4, covering by 7.4 points per game. Rams 10-4, covering by 5.5 points per game. Can't wait.
And a weather game now.
Yeah.
Nasty. Let's go.
Bunch of teams are 9-5. Jacksonville, the 49ers, the Patriots. The Bears are either 9-5 or 8-5-1. The Panthers and the Texans are at 8-6. The worst teams in the league against the spread.
Were you big into the grunge thing?
I pick and choose my favorites there.
Alice in Chains?
I got to say no.
Overrated?
I didn't like them.
Come on. Soundgarden?
Oh, absolutely. They're super high on the list.
Yeah, damn right.
I think...
You're not an Alice in Chains guy. That's shocking.
I like them, didn't love them. Full disclosure, Nirvana is one of the most overrated bands of all time.
Oh boy, they're gonna come after you.
When we did that,
wow.
a couple years ago, I think that most people agreed. Actually,
Yeah, well, you Pink Floyd there.
what do you think of Pearl Jam?
It's a hell of a run. The first 3 albums.
Yeah, that's all they had.
Yeah,
They ran out of gas after that.
10 was great. I mean, what
for
a,
sure
what a
it was.
debut album. Yeah.
Worst NFL teams against the spread. The Raiders 5-9, missing on average by 7.4 points per game. So if that holds and they don't cover again, they're going to lose by like 21 plus to the Texans. The Commanders are 5-9. Baltimore also on the list at 5-9. The Buccaneers, the Browns, the Chiefs, Commanders, the Vikings and the Titans are 6-8 ATS. Did you like Nirvana?
Yeah, but right place, right time. Not a genius.
Yeah, I recall that you said that they were overrated with me. Best NFL over teams, Dallas 10-4, going over on average by 9.4 points per game. And every game but one, first half has gone over as well. All right.
That is unbelievable. 13-1 to the over first half, 12-2 over team total. Right back at it against the Chargers.
Giants, Jets, Titans, Lions, Cardinals 9-5 to the over. Commanders and Bears are 8-6 to the over. Best under teams. Great story continues here. Well, I mean, with cashing unders with the Chiefs. 10-4 under on the year, staying under by 4.5 points per game. The Texans are also 10-4, as are the Saints, 10-4 under. How about that? Eagles 9-5 under.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of teams that are 8-6 to the under. All right, to the association. Best NBA teams against the spread. The team that won the cup last night, Knicks, number 1. They're 18-8, covering on average by 2.9 points per game. Lakers, 16-9. Suns, 16-10. Pelicans, 16-10-1. The Rockets are 14-9. Denver and the Sixers are both 15-10. Best teams, check that, worst teams in the league against the spread. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 8-19 ATS.
Doing a bad job. Rizzo also very frustrated. Booed off their own home floor a couple weeks ago. Yep. As we mentioned yesterday, the Pistons are now minus $8 to win that division.
Mm-hmm. By the way, you can get all these numbers if you're like driving around, listening to this segment every week. Like, where do you get this stuff from? vsin.com. Clippers 8-18, Kings 8-18, Wizards 8-16, Timberwolves 10-16, Raptors are 11-16. Best NBA over teams: Denver and the Lakers are 17-8. Portland 17-9. Oh, by the way, I said one of the most overrated bands. Jazz 16-9, Rockets 14-8-1, Wizards 15-9. Best teams of the under.
Leave Pink Floyd alone.
Yeah, they're worse. Indiana, Memphis, and Charlotte are 17-9 to the under. Brooklyn 15-10. Toronto 16-11 to the under. Let me quickly run this down, Pauly. College basketball, these are great nuggets. Mm-hmm. Sam Houston 7-0 ATS, covering on average by 8.7 points per game. Hofstra is 9-1. Bill and Mary, Idaho State, Stony Brook. You want to get hardcore here?
Yep.
Roll up the sleeves. All 8-1. Tulsa 7-1-1. Tarleton State 7-1. Mercer 7-1. Worst teams ATS. Fairleigh Dickinson 0-8. Jacksonville State 0-6. Loyola Chicago 1-10. Longwood and Oregon are 1-9. Georgetown 1-8. Best teams to the over. Denver 9-0-1, going over on average by 16 points per game. Eastern Washington, Northwestern State, American 8-1 over. Kennesaw State 6-1. Queens 9-2, going over by 11.9 points per game. And your best under teams in college basketball: Canisius and Creighton are 9-1 under. Boise State 8-1 under. UT Arlington 7-1. UTEP 5-1. And North Carolina, the Tar Heels 9-2 under, staying under by 11.5 points per game.
Good stuff. Let's do that. Hockey. Go on the first 10 on the road. Washington 11-1 run. Overall 19-3. Colorado 23-5. Flyers 15-20. At home, Colorado 13 in a row. 12-1 run. Goal in the first 5 at home. Incredible. San Jose 7-8. Washington also 11-13 at home. Kings go on the first 10. No. 10-11. Chicago 17-22. Best over teams: Montreal 21-11-1. Anaheim 21-13. Rangers 24-12. Montreal, 14 straight overs in the second period at home. Over 1.5. 2 is 10-0-4. Seattle, 0-3 this season on the second half of a back-to-back. 0-17 the last 2 seasons. Edmonton's 0-6. Rangers 0-6. Columbus is 7-1 as a home betting favorite. 0-6 as a home dog. Dallas is 7-1 as a road dog. Thanks to Jonathan Davis for those great numbers, and also Ian Duncan with the goal in the first 10 stuff.
All right, so then you tell me. You give me one or two bands overall you think most overrated of all time. I know one that you're going to say.
I'm going to say Aerosmith.
That's incorrect. Did you ever see them live?
No.
Oh, they're phenomenal live. And I thought going in I would have said the same thing. Watched them live, 3 hours of hits. I couldn't believe it.
Got to think about that.
AC/DC?
Yeah, boy.
I got it. I know what you're going to say. It's Kiss.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
That's the band takes the cake most overrated of all time?
Yeah. I like them, but it was a live band. I mean, the studio stuff never took off. That's fair.
Right.
They released 3 albums in 1 year. I mean, think about that.
No kidding. I'll give you a couple that I really whiffed on when I was younger. Wish that I listened to him a lot more. Tom Petty's unbelievable.
Tom Petty is unbelievable.
I listen to him more than probably any band I have over the last year. And I'll give you another one.
Beatles? It's a hot take.
Like the
Beatles.
The Doobie Brothers.
Oh.
Very good.
I don't get the Radiohead thing. I don't get it.
I think that's kind of fair.
You going to push back on Beatles?
That are what, underrated?
Overrated.
Oh, I'm not going to push back on that. No, I mean, we're not going to be able to leave the studio tonight.
Well,
people are going to want us.
Here's the problem with Nirvana. They had their hits, and then radio would run it into the ground.
Oh, my God, Paul. It was
like, how many times did you hear Smells Like Teen Spirit?
Yeah, way too many times.
Shut it off all the time.
Yes.
Think you know sports? Get paid for it with Better Picks. Daily fantasy app that turns your sports knowledge into real cash. Download Better. Pick more or less on your favorite player stats. If your pick hits, you win. New users get free money just for signing up. No deposit required. When you do deposit, you get a 50% match up to $200. Better.app. Download Better today. Promo code VEASAN for your free money deposit bonus. Better.app. BETR.app. Go get it.
Best bets in the NFL with VEASAN host Matt Youmans coming up. This is Follow the Money on VEASAN, the sports betting network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Get some best bets here in the National Football League. Sneak in some college basketball as well. VSiN host Matt Youmans joins the program. All right, Matt, we had Sal Palantonio on about 90 minutes ago. Awesome appearance as always. If you missed it, you can go back and listen to the podcast. Follow the Money wherever you get it. He said that he's on every dog in prime time, and that was before the favorite flipped in the Seattle game. He likes Seattle, he likes Washington, and he likes Chicago against Green Bay. Are you in the same boat there in that game Saturday night?
I do like the Bears, and I've had to come around on the Bears this season. I said for a while they were a team that had a horseshoe stuck up their butt, and they were lucky in a lot of those close wins, including the one in Vegas against the Raiders, and the week after that against the Commanders in Washington. But the Bears have gotten to the point where they've won so many close games. I think that now Ben Johnson's got them really believing that they're good and they're going to win these games. Aside from that, the Bears are the number 2 rushing offense in the NFL, 152 yards per game. And when you can run over an opponent, you demoralize the opponent. That's what the Bears did to the Eagles on Black Friday. Eagles could not stop the run. I think the Packers are going to have a problem with that here too. And not only that, the Packers are in a negative situational spot. They're playing back-to-back road games. They were in altitude in Denver last week. Teams that play the Broncos in Denver the next week are 0-5 against the spread this season. But again, the Packers also have a bunch of injuries, not just the Micah Parsons injury. They're going to have about 4 or 5 key guys out this week. And the Bears are seeing the Packers for the second time here in 3 weeks. And I think the Bears get revenge. So I did play them plus 1.5. Bears on a teaser with another side I'll talk about coming up here. But Mitch, you look at the Packers. Anybody who's got Super Bowl futures on the Packers has got to feel like has got to feel deflated with what's happened with this team, especially with the injuries and that loss to the Broncos.
Oh, that was one of the worst days overall for Green Bay bettors / fans since one of those years when the team appeared to be really good and Rodgers went down with a season-ending injury. That was absolutely a gut punch on Sunday.
Yep. I'm not sure the Packers can recover from that. They can recover to win a couple games, but I really don't feel like they're a big-time Super Bowl threat right now. Maybe I'll be proven wrong on that, but I don't think so. And I don't love the way Jordan Love is playing either, and his receiving core is a little depleted at this point, so I'm going to have to roll with the Bears in this game.
All right, Denver minus 330 to get the 1 seed, 7-0 at home, taking on Jacksonville. Teams off after playing the Jets, 1-12 ATS. Broncos laying, that's funny, Broncos laying 3.
Yeah, I mean, it takes such a physical toll on teams to play the Jets that they can't regroup the next week. Explain that one. I know Will Hill tried to say teams are so down and playing down to the level of competition when they play the Jets, it's hard to get up to next week. I don't know what the explanation is for that, but Trevor Lawrence has looked a lot better recently. But don't forget, he looked a lot better against the Jets defense. And you're facing a Broncos defense. It's a totally different animal this week. That's about as big a step up in class as you can take from facing the Jets D to the Denver D. And I feel like the price on the Broncos is cheap here, a little bit deflated. You're getting a team on an 11-game win streak with one of the top 2 or 3 defenses in the NFL as a 3-point home favorite. At home for the second week in a row, I like the Broncos.
All right, Sunday night, Patriots catching 3 against Baltimore.
I think the Patriots bounced back from what happened against the Bills when they blew the big lead. This is a well-coached team. I believed in Mike Vrabel for a long time, and I think the Patriots will be, focused, motivated to bounce back from that debacle against Buffalo. And also, when you look at the Ravens, they really haven't shown a lot. I know they shut out the Bengals last week, but I don't have much respect for the Bengals. Mitch, you were probably thinking, where was that Bengals performance on Thanksgiving night against the Ravens, right?
Yeah.
When you watched them last week. But Lamar Jackson's still not playing great. I know he didn't practice today. John Harbaugh said he's got some sort of flu deal. It seems like the guy's sick every week. I don't know what's going on with Lamar, but he's not the same player. Against the Bengals last week, he was 8 for 12 for 150 yards with a pick and 4 sacks. And I've not been that impressed by the way he's played. To me, I don't think the Pats should be getting a full 3 here. I think they have a great shot to win the game, and I'll take the Patriots in the field goal Sunday night.
All right, 10-7 South Florida, approaching halftime in the bowl game. Christmas Eve, Hawaii Bowl, Cal 1.5, 54.5 against Hawaii.
Yeah, I'll be there next week, a week from today, Paul. I know you'll be doing the show. If you want to call me, I'll give you a pregame report, but I can tell you what I'll say right now. I've already bet Hawaii +3. I think the side's going to be a bit of a coin flip. This is going to be a back-and-forth, high-scoring game. It's going to be a shootout. And when you have 2 guys who grew up in the run-and-shoot offense calling the plays, Timmy Chang for Hawaii, Nick Rolovich for Cal, these guys are not going to be conservative. It's a bowl game to put on a show, and that's exactly what I expect to happen on Christmas Eve in Honolulu. Played this over 54, over 55, and I think that's the best bet in that game, and I would recommend the over.
All right. Very good. So you mentioned, by the way, a possible teaser leg with Chicago and books that are still offering, +1.5. The second leg of that teaser for this week would be which team?
Oh, yeah, that's getting back to the NFL, the Lions. Talking about the Lions fell apart in the second half against the Rams on Sunday, but I thought they looked really good prior to, obviously, in the first half. And the offense, I think, just going to be too much for the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers has played his best games here back-to-back weeks, so I don't think he's going to do it 3 weeks in a row. I also don't think he can trade shots with Jared Goff in a high-scoring game. And when you look at the trend, for what it's worth, Goff and Dan Campbell, off a loss, have won 15 in a row and 14-1 against the spread. So if you're playing a teaser, I'd say tease the Bears up and tease the Lions down. I think the Lions are the best of all the teaser sides this week. Let's see, what else? There was one other game I was going to mention. Monday night, I don't know if this is an ugly dog that not a lot of people are going to like. But I was on the Colts last week at Seattle. because all I heard all week was Phillip Rivers is going to suck. The Colts are going to get destroyed. If that line goes to 7, I see it moving up to 6.5 at Circa and some other spots in the market. If it goes to 7, I'm going to play the Colts on Monday night. I'm not that impressed with the 49ers the last several weeks. And the Colts, I think they've got plenty, aside from Phillip Rivers, to hang in that game and have a shot to win it. And again, Rivers is going to have another week of practice. He's got a high football IQ. He can run the offense efficiently. Yeah, his arm strength is not there. His mobility is not there. But we all see that. Everybody sees the same thing. I think this line's an overreaction, and if it hits 7, I will play the Colts on Monday.
All right, Matt Youmans, our guest, VSiN host on the Progressive Guest Line. You have had some rocking chair winners the last, week plus in college basketball. The latest last night, Tennessee against Louisville. Tonight, Vandy's taking on Memphis, and Vanderbilt's laying about 9.5 in this matchup. They open up 7.5 here. Have you bet this game yet?
Last week on the show with you, we were talking about Nebraska, Vanderbilt being two of the surprise teams in college basketball. But the numbers are catching up to Vandy here. I was talking about this on primetime last night with Tim Murray. I like Vandy in the game, but when we talked about it last night, the number was 7. And it's been bet up in the market, and everybody seems to be on that side. So I'm not going to recommend it at the current number, but keep an eye on this Vanderbilt team because there are going to be some really good spots to bet the Commodores. This team is legit, well coached. I just think tonight you're not getting a bargain at the current number. There's also a really ugly dog on the card tonight, and this is not going to be a rocking chair winner. If you bet this, it's going to be ugly, so I wouldn't recommend a huge bet on this, but keep an eye on this spot tonight. Is Air Force at San Diego State. And I noticed when the number got to 26 today, there was some buyback in the market on the underdog. I got Air Force here, 25.5. So Joe Scott, the Air Force coach, runs the Princeton offense. And they're not very talented. Falcons, obviously not a very talented team. But they run that style that's very frustrating, and they grind it, and it's typically a low-scoring game. Air Force is a 3-8 basketball team, a bad basketball team right now. But I've watched almost every San Diego State Air Force matchup in the last, 10 years or so. And the Aztecs tend to have problems with Air Force's style. And Aztecs have not played much, really, since they were beat by 40 by Michigan here in Vegas. And here's the key. Arizona, number 1 ranked Arizona, comes to VA Haas Arena on Saturday night. So I think those Aztecs players are going to be thinking about number 1 coming to town on Saturday and not focused on Air Force tonight. So I took a shot with the big dog plus 25.5 in that game.
Very good. Matt, best of luck tonight and this week. And if I don't see you again, have a great time at the Hawaii Bowl next week. We might catch up, I guess, on the show before it starts.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we will. Thanks. Appreciate it.
There you go.
Thanks,
Take care.
Yeah, there you go. He puts up a bunch of plays, by the way, on Twitter at Matt Youmans 24/7 and does a lot of writing as well at the website vsin.com. This was a field goal attempt gone awry for Old Dominion.
Fire!
Did you see that?
Bad
They did
snap.
not try a fake. It was
Yeah.
just a bad snap, and they
Yeah.
couldn't control it. And then the holder takes off, tries to run for the first down, and he gets smoked.
Not good.
No.
Not good.
10-7 halftime,
Yep.
South Florida. All right, we'll get to our best bets in pocket plays coming up here on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're on.
All right. The guys missed this the other day. Steelers easy winner on Monday night. Tua benched. Probably never plays with the Dolphins again. And he had a horrible performance in that one. Steelers ice cream. Oklahoma now favored in some spots against Alabama Friday night. I am surprised. I don't think they're going to move the ball with this pathetic offense. Does Bama turn it over again? That's the question. Looking forward to that Friday night. It's a banger. Broncos laying 3 against Jacksonville. Army, $1.45 on the money line, up to 8.5 in the Fenway Bowl. Bears plus 160, no playoffs. Navy laying 4 against Cincinnati. That's moved. Opt-outs with the Bearcats. Saints laying 4.5 against the Jets, who can't stop anything. Can't wait for this game tomorrow. 1 seed on the line, especially now that we have weather that's going to be a factor as well. Gusts up to 38 miles per hour. Both teams, a field goal every quarter, 4-1. And if they get me, they get me. JSN to have 5 yards every quarter is plus 115. JSN to have a catch every quarter is plus 125. And Puka to have a catch every quarter is plus 125, plus 130. All that Caesars and Will Hill, over 200 different ways to bet the game. These are the studs. I mean, you know where the ball's going. And it should be plenty of opportunities for these two guys going head-to-head. I can't get 5 yards a quarter? All right, let's go.
We'll see what the weather looks like, but I also think it could turn into, we want our guy to win Offensive Player of the Year. We want our guy to lead the league in catches or receiving yards, whatever.
Sure.
Do they offer combos, by the way? Puka and JSN?
They have to.
I would think they would have like 25 each half, each guy to have 10 a quarter, whatever it is.
I know they have that, but I'm looking for the combos, but you must put that up with these guys. It's an easy one.
All right. Best of luck, Pauly. Great game last night, the NBA Cup. Honestly, that was for the first 3 quarters and change before the Knicks ran away with it. It was awesome. Unfortunately for me, Mikal Bridges turned into a certified Mason last night. The open looks, got the volume, but my God, the bricks, pal. No good. 15-plus points.
Too.
Yeah, another one. OG was the guy to bet on last night. What do you think about Brunson getting the MVP?
No problem with it. Guy was a superstar. It was awesome. They are cooking right now.
OG was unbelievable last night.
So, yes, he was. The Knicks are so good, don't make a trade. You are cooking right now.
There you go. Now you're coming to your senses. I bet this, it's changed a little bit now, but I bet this last week look ahead, Seahawks plus 1.5, minus 120. They're favored at a bunch of spots now. I'm also, this number, several books have gone to higher juice now with a minus 110. Broncos need to be, they could lose the game. They might not cover, but they have 3 against Jacksonville. Come on, what are we doing here? Way too short. So let me give you.
Oh boy, these are good. I found that they got a whole page of JSN Puka.
Let me give you the quarterbacks that did not throw for at least 222.5 yards against the Rams this year. The combination of Cooper Rush and Tyler Huntley when they played the Ravens. The combination of Baker Mayfield and Teddy Bridgewater. When Baker went out, that was the ball game. Cam Ward did not go over the number. Tyler Shuck did not. C.J. Stroud did not in week 1, neither did Bryce Young. The quarterbacks who did go over 222.5. Jalen Hurts, Danny Dimes, Jacoby Brissett, Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Jared Goff, Mac Jones again, and Sam Darnold the first game. I got to go to war with Sammy D. He had 4 INTs in that game. He still threw for 279 the first time around. They're not really running the football. So unless this turns into a Seattle blowout, which it could, but I hope it doesn't, had to bet over 222.5, and like everybody else now, all of a sudden, I think the Bears turn into the favorite. So I'm grabbing Chicago plus 1.5, minus 120 against the Packers before. Trying to read the market here. I think the Bears go off the favorite here, so give me that 1.5 right now, Chicago.
Think you know sports? It's time to get paid for it. Better Picks daily fantasy app where your sports knowledge turns into real cash fast. Download the Better app, pick more or less on your favorite player stats, and when your pick hits, you win. New users get free money just for signing up. No deposit required. When you do deposit, a 50% deposit match up to $200. Better has action every day of the year. There's a lineup to build and always a chance to win. Getting started's easy. Head to better.app, BETR, or download Better in the app or Google Play Store. Use promo code VEASAN to claim your money and deposit bonus. Better Picks. If you know sports, it's time to prove it. Most overrated bands, I'm with you on AC/DC, Smashing Pumpkins, Beatles, Aerosmith. I'm proud to say I never liked Offspring, Nickelback, or Creed.
Yeah, Nickelback. Well, did they qualify? Weren't they named like the band of the 2000s or something like that?
I never got into it.
Oh, they were so bad.
No, I'm not saying overrated. I just never played a lot. Okay. Anything else? Am I missing anyone? I mean, the Nirvana's.
Yes,
Nirvana,
we're probably missing a lot.
I mean, the Nirvana's. That's fair. If you Google any list, I think they're going to come up on it.
They will. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, you ready? JSN and Puka, 10 yards each quarter, 12-1. JSN and Puka, 20 yards each quarter, 70-1.
Well, now we're starting to we're stretching it a little bit, but okay.
JSN and Puka, 75 yards each half, 100-1.
75 each half.
Okay. JSN and Puka, 300 yards combined, plus 750.
Oh, I thought you were really going to hit me with a big number there.
250 is plus 275. That's not enough.
What do we think
That's
about
a lot of yards?
Yeah, okay, let's remind the audience here. We're talking about gusts up to like 38 miles an hour tomorrow night. You know what we're going to see a lot of, by the way? Here's where I like your receptions. What did you bet for Nakua? Reception every quarter?
Puka's 5 yards each quarter. I bet JSN yards and catch every quarter.
Do they have Puka? They have to have Puka a catch every quarter too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's going to be dumping them off at the line of scrimmage and make something happen with it.
You like that too?
Oh, if it's going to be heavy winds, I love that. And if Adams, by the way, if Adams plays tomorrow night, it's going to be he's a decoy or he's going to be completely compromised.
I don't see he's just yards. I don't see catch every quarter for him. He has 2 receptions each quarter, plus 550. 50 yards each half, 3-1. They only have JSN catch every quarter.
It's too bad this game's not played in L.A., where we have great conditions for the game tomorrow night. Now that we have more information than we did a month ago, and where these two guys stack up, overall with the stats.
JSN 50 yards each half is plus 325. 2 catches each quarter, plus 850. They don't have JSN 10 yards each quarter. These are good.
So you like the field goal bet enough to make it, even though the winds are going to be maybe in your face tomorrow night?
It could be short ones. I mean, the gusts are in the second half, though, too. But, remember the one year they played the Raiders? 100% chance of rain, not a drop.
Who
knows?
I do.
But this Jason Myers has been incredible. And the thicker kicker's not to be trifled with.
I would say
Big
that
Boy's got a leg on him, too. So Myers, who made 6 last week, weren't great conditions. And he's gone over his prop 1.5, 8 of the last 9. Thanks to the viewers who sent that out earlier, as I do the kicking article every week.
Rams flight's been delayed, by the way, going there, evidently. Well, it's a quick flight from L.A. Let's leave on this. Is the dynasty dead with the Chiefs? There was a great breakdown, by the way, by Sal Palantonio earlier in the show. Again, if you missed it, second hour of the show, follow the money wherever you get your podcast, and why it's going to have to come down to Andy Reid. This was Travis. Listen to the phrasing of this earlier today. Yeah. Travis Kelce on the New Heights podcast with his brother.
He's a fearless warrior when it comes to this football thing, and he's going to make sure that he comes back stronger than ever. And hopefully the Chiefs can get him back as soon as possible. I know right now it's kind of right around that week 1 or the beginning of the season next year. So I know he's going to be doing everything he can to get back out on that field for the Chiefs as soon as possible, man.
So for the radio audience, he actually looked away from the camera, thought about how he was going to phrase it, I believe, there, paused like a second, and then goes, I hope the Chiefs bring him, I hope, what? Not we?
Yeah, makes sense. Got nothing left. You've had a hell of a career. Your fiance's a billionaire.
Right.
I mean, just
go on tour with her.
Call it quits.
You've
questioned, like you said, the money quote a couple weeks ago was, I'm digging and searching and it's not there.
Right.
I can't find it. And then he's had some big drops and, that's it.
You want the most overrated band of all time? The Swift and Kelce duo. About to come to a stage near you in 2026. Well, a great run. Not going to go out on top, but why, I guess. A couple of years ago, by the way, I was adamant about this. I really wanted the Chiefs to trade up to take Brock Bowers. But now that's going to be, they're going to, address that. What time does Mahomes come back? He's thrown around week 1. That seems a little bit unlikely. All right, stay tuned. Coming up next, VSiN Primetime, Matt Brown, Mike Somich, they got you for 4 rock-solid hours going into Cashing Out with Dustin Sweetelson. You can wake up early tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern. VSiN by the books with Dave and Jensen. Good luck tonight.